Continuing our discussion regarding hiring of employees and specifically service writers and technicians, I'd like to spend a little bit of time talking about service writer pay plans. I feel like too often pay plans are just seen as cash for the work done. And to me, especially in a service environment, pay plans are and can be so much more than just that basic compensation. Pay plans should be seen as a tool to guide and grow your business in very specific directions. They can also be seen as a tool for hiring and a tool for retaining good people. It takes some time and it takes some effort and it certainly takes some thought. But with the right amount of effort and the right amount of thought put into a very specific pay plan, then you'd be amazed at what directions you can develop your business in. Now, it's always got to be seen as flexible and something that's not set in stone. You're going to want to change these up, not too often, but often enough that it's new and that you can move things in different directions. So, for instance, you may want to incentivize tire sales come the fall, and so you can put a bonus on every tire a service writer sells, or you might want to incentivize something that you recently marketed. And so you might want to incentivize a service writer to push that at the counter, to suggest it more often at the counter because you just marketed. You had a big campaign out there. You may want to incentivize customer satisfaction because maybe you feel or you know that customer satisfaction with the jobs that's being done just isn't where you need it to be. So there's a lot of ways that you can use and manipulate pay plans to incentivize growth in certain areas of your business. A good solid pay plan will help attract really good solid help. A good solid pay plan that gives the service writers control over how much money they make can help retain employees. When you're hiring a service writer, ask them what pay plans that they've worked under in the past. Ask them how they felt about it. Ask them what they would like to see for a pay plan, and it will help give you a feel for, is this individual motivated? Is this individual just looking for a weekly paycheck? What potential is there with this individual? So let me give you some instances. Some ideas for pay plans that you might be able to structure to incentivize certain things might be base salary plus a % of labor sales plus a customer satisfaction bonus. This incentivizes upselling, repairs, and maintenance, as well as incentivizing customer satisfaction growth. Or you might have base salary plus % of labor sales plus $1 for every tire you sold this week. That incentivizes upselling, repairs, and maintenance, as well as tire sales. It could be wiper blades, it could be, whatever. % labor sales plus customer satisfaction plus a $10 bonus for every cooling system service sold. Something like that would incentivize both upselling, repairs, and maintenance, customer satisfaction, and a seasonal service that you recently marketed. All of these are tools to help grow your business in specific directions. No matter what you want to incentivize, you must always remember a few things. Firstly, whatever metric you want to pay for must be objective and it must be measurable, or you're going to have some interesting conversations. Secondly, the service writer must be able to control the conditions that will result in accomplishing your goal. If they don't have the control, they'll end up frustrated and walking out the door. Thirdly, don't ever incentivize something that will have a negative effect on another part of your business. And this is the thought part. You need to think about how that incentive might affect the rest of your business. The service writer's always got to be able to make a base amount of pay commensurate with the cost of living in your area. If they can't, then you've got a significant challenge. You want them reaching to make more money, not reaching to make base pay. And lastly, but not least, you gotta give it time to work. Okay? If you keep those rules or those bullet points in mind when you're structuring a pay plan, you'll be amazed at what you can do with a pay plan. Now, I'd like to say something about make sure that whatever incentive or whatever metric you incentivize doesn't hurt other aspects of your business. I have seen pay plans that drove productivity to the point where the service writer was just trying to push up customer labor sales so far in technician productivity, so far that the quality of work began to suffer. And all of a sudden, customer satisfaction started to pitch downward. You don't want any of your incentives up here at the counter to affect the work that's coming out of your bays at the back end of the store. So put some thought into service writer pay plans. Keep in mind what you're trying to accomplish. Keep in mind that you want the service writer stretching to reach a goal, not stretching to reach a paycheck. It's a balancing act. Give it time to work. Don't say after 3 weeks, you know what, our customer satisfaction has not moved, our number of comebacks hasn't changed. Give it 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks to work. And if at that point you're not seeing movement in the area that you wanted to see movement in, then reevaluate and think, you know what, is there a variable here that I wasn't accounting for? Maybe the problem isn't out here at the counter, maybe the problem's somewhere else, and I need to keep that in mind. But look at your service writer pay plans as a tool, not just as cash for a job well done, but as a tool to move your business in directions that you want it to grow in. The next segment, we'll talk about technician pay plans.